We live. What's up, beautiful people? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. My name is Dr. Derek Standerford. I have the honor, the privilege, and the pleasure of interviewing a dope person, Dr. J, Dr. Jeva St. Ford. Dr. J, welcome to Super Sundays, good ma'am. How are you today?
I am having a good day.
That's what's up. That's what's up, y'all. We had some technical issues. I actually forgot that the day was the Super Bowl. I had a friend call me to come in just in time. But y'all, we're gonna make it work. Like I said, I got somebody that I look up to, that I admire. I had an opportunity to cross paths with this young lady at the great University of FAMU, and it's just been an honor to sit here and watch you grow, develop, and become the person that you are. Good man. Thank you for your service to mankind and womankind.
Thank you. That's sweet.
All right, so here on Solving Sundays, what we do is we juxtapose solving the twists and turns of the Rubik's Cube to solving the twists and turns of life. And there are 5 steps to solving the Rubik's Cube. And I come up with this system that there are 5 steps to solving life. And the first step is to believe. Jiva, can you please tell us what is it that you believe that you can do, and what is it that you currently do now, good ma'am?
Okay, well, I believe that I can do anything that I set my intention on doing. What I do is one of the things I set my intention on is I'm a personality psychologist, two-time alum of Florida A&M University, right?
All right.
And I earned my PhD from Howard University. And currently, I am a visiting university professor and researcher.
Come on, come on. A lot of people don't know this, but I had a full ride scholarship to go to Howard University. And I chose to go to Tallahassee, Florida instead. It ended up being the greatest decision of my life, y'all. So that's dope. We got HBCU graduates in the building. I had to bring her on for Black History Month because she's definitely a trailblazer and making her own Black history. So after we believe in ourselves, step number 2 of solving your Rubik's Cube, step number 2 of solving your life is to solve your cross. Now, solving your cross means to identify your why, your reasons, what motivates you, what inspires you to be the best version of yourself. Jiva, what is your why? Who do you do it for? Where do you get your source of inspiration from?
Wow, that's a really big question. I first off, I do it for my family. My family immigrated from Haiti, and for me to be in the position that I am today is a testament to their dedication and hard work as immigrants in this country. And so, for the first, I do it for them. Second, I do it for the culture, for my students, for my legacy that is on their way when they get ready to come.
Come on.
But I always think about the reason I do what I do is because I think about what my grandchildren will think about what I did for them. So that is always my primary thought. How can I do something today that will influence and make their lives better?
Come on. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I think people are willing to do things for other people that they would never do for themselves, especially for their unborn kids and their legacy. We want to establish a legacy of breaking negative family traditions and negative cycles. So, and you're doing that. You're doing that. You're a walking implement of embodying the impossible. Come on. Come on. That's what's up. That's what's up. So if y'all can see this cross right, the cross resembles a plus sign that's gonna keep you charged up, y'all. She mentioned her family, immigrants, her future students, her future kids. Y'all, those are powerful lives. I think people are willing to do things for other people more than they would do for themselves. So we need to tap into that it right there. So after we solve our cross, step number 3 of solving your Rubik's Cube, step number 3 of solving your life is to fill in your corners. Now, filling in your corners means to surround yourself with people who are going to make you a better version of yourself and to immerse yourself in a positive, nurturing environment. Dr. J, tell me, what kind of environment do you surround yourself in, and what kind of people do you call friends to help you get to the place that you are at, good man?
All of my friends are my mentors.
Mm,
And if your friends are, if they don't mentor you and inspire you, get new friends, right?
come on, come on.
And that's my intention for my friends also. Like I want them to gain something from knowing me. And it's very important that I gain something from knowing them. I've been having the same mentors, like as my elders, for over 10 years now. They got me together when I was confused out here, right? And they believed in me and they saw something in myself that I did not yet see, or rather, I didn't have the blueprint to get there. And I'm grateful that my mentors, they held on, they yelled at me, they challenged me, they said things that angered me. One thing to get me to do something, get me mad, and I'm gonna show you, right? So they knew how to get under my skin, and because of that, I'm here.
Y'all, she said that her friends are her mentors. Her friends are her mentors, y'all. I'm a big believer in the quote. Yeah, if you got people in your circle who make your circle a cage, you need to find your new group of friends. You know, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough out of Atlanta, Georgia. He says, look, if you are the smartest person in your group, then you need to find you a new group. It's always valuable when you can link up with your friends and gain wisdom and gain knowledge about this thing called life. I had an opportunity to host a summer camp on FAMU's campus. And I used to see Dr. J walking in the hallway. I like, let me get some wisdom. Let me get some of that black woman magic to rub off on me in the time that I got the opportunity to get it. Because y'all, one thing, steel sharpens steel. So if you put yourself in an environment with like-minded people, you're gonna elevate and you're gonna grow if you're on a mission to elevate and grow. So that's dope. That's dope.
You
Um,
know, you know what, Derek, I really appreciate even when you stopped by to chat with me that last summer. It was intense for all of us, and it was super hot. And just you stopping by to talk with me and sharing what you were doing, as myself, I was sharing what I was doing. It was motivation for the day, for the week. So I do appreciate you doing that.
oh man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. See you at Black and Dark Rhyme, I knew something was different. And then like through the ranks, and now you're a doctor. You know when people become doctors, and you are one of them. That is absolutely phenomenal.
You
So,
know, it's
uh,
still strange to me. I promise you, it's still like hesitate, like they're talking to me when they.
I'm in this space where I'm like, do I refer to myself as Doctor Derek, or do I not, or like, how do I maximize it? It's still one of those when you knew it feels weird because I remember the prestige that came with being a doctor. I remember talking to my professors, doctor this and doctor that, and they always seemed like this esoteric being, like they were some kind of special, magical superhero, Superman or Superwoman. And now, now that we've crossed that path, it's like people looking up to us with the same type of, awe and admiration, and we owe it to them to rise to the standard. So that's crazy.
I agree. And you know what? It is still strange when my students call me, Dr. Saint Ford, but it's a reminder that, I did put in the work for them to call me Dr. Saint Ford. And if they call me by anything else, I look away until they get it right. So make sure, we address each other by our appropriate titles, because it was earned, it was not given.
Mm.
And if you went through this process, it feels like sometimes a hazing process, but it really is you against yourself, and you against all the people who, look at you like you don't belong sometimes. And you just gotta like go with it, like you belong in the room. And yes, we are influencers now. Our mentors are still, our mentors and influencers, but now we have the youngsters looking up at us, and that's a big deal. And it's an honor to occupy that space for sure.
Come on, come on, come on. You dropped the word right there. So, growing up, I didn't know many black men who had bachelor's degrees growing up in the environment that I grew up in. So to be in a space where I get to inspire and nurture young people, as Dr. Derek stands for, it gives them something to strive for. Now if I can do it coming from my upbringing, I come from Atlanta, I'm from Staten Road, Camden Road. If I can do it, nothing can stop you from saying that you can't do. You can do it. You can do it. So that's a different level of burdens to carry on your shoulders, but it's also an honorable weight to carry. So yeah, thank you for that, good one. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Certainly, certainly.
Y'all, after we fill in our corners, y'all, we got an entire side of the Rubik's Cube solved. That's a solid foundation. All right, now step number 4 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 4 of solving your life is to take it to the next level. Now, taking it to the next level means to keep getting better, keep growing. Obviously, you are a person who knows how to keep getting better. You didn't stop at, some people stop at kindergarten graduations. Some people start at middle school, high school graduations. Some people get a bachelor's degree and they feel like they've reached the promised land. Not Dr. J. Dr. J said, I'm gonna get my bachelor's degree from FAMU. I'm gonna get my master's degree from FAMU, and I'm gonna go to another prestigious university at Howard and get my PhD. So, how do you keep getting better and keep taking it to the next level in this thing called life?
Well, you know what? When I first started at FAMU, my only goal was to get my bachelor's degree. Like, but when I saw my professors, they were so on point. I was like, if they could do it, I can do it. Like it was just a no-brainer at that point. But then when I graduated with my bachelor's, I told myself I just needed a break, you know. But then I had my mentor, my advisor at the time, he did not allow me to take a break. I said, I'll take a year off and come back and do my master's. And he was like, absolutely not. You have a week to apply to the graduate program. And I'll write one letter of recommendation, go get two others, and get your personal statement together and apply within 7 days. And I stood in his office like, I don't understand what you're telling me, right?
I told you about playing.
He was so serious. He was like, all right, go on now, go. And that day I got home, I called my mother and I was complaining. I was like, let me tell you what Doc said to me, da 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 da. And I was crying because the pressure, it felt like a right now energy. And she listened to me, cry about it. And she said, are you done crying? I was like, yeah. And she said, all right, then, well, I'm gonna call you back in a week, make sure you get it done, and I'll pay for the application. I was just
Oh,
like,
come on, mama.
so everybody was in cahoots to get me to go to the next level. And I do appreciate the people who did push me when I wanted a break. Sometimes we do want a break, and yes, we do deserve it. However, when the opportunity is there, you don't have a moment to pause and sit and say next year because it may not come again. So you just got to go with it and cry
And
later again.
come on, come on, come on. It's crazy when you have people who see things in you that you don't believe in, that you don't see in yourself. Because let me tell y'all something, y'all. All professors don't tell all students to go get master's degrees. They don't. They say, look, you graduated, go on about your business. It's time for you to get up out of here. But then
Yes.
there's other ones that you see something in. I see something in you. You different. Let's get this master's degree. And then they push you on to get a PhD. And coming from a first generation college goer, first generation college goer, the milestone is just to get graduated. I graduated from college. I made my mama proud. Nobody can say nothing to me and my family, right? But then it's something inside of you that say, no, listen, it's other people. You breaking generational cycles. We're not doing the bare minimum. We're gonna dig deep and push beyond what we thought was expected of us. So now, we got the opportunity to honor her and her appropriate title as doctor. That's amazing. That's an amazing story of of having people in your circle who believe in you more than sometimes you believe in you. Mm.
Or not even ready to do it. Sometimes we may convince ourselves it's not the right time, but the time is present, and we have to go because it's so much that I feel like we're behind on time as a Black community, and it's important that we maximize on that time. We have to collapse it because we have to pull so many behind us, and we don't have time to think about ourselves and say, okay, well, in 5 years I'll do this, but in 5 years you could have become more.
Yeah.
And anytime I see students that I see something in, I will push them. They'll get mad at me just like I was mad at my advisors. But since I've been teaching and working with research assistants, three of them are in PhD programs, two are finished with their master's degree and applying for a PhD. So what they gave me, I'm giving back to the next generation, and that's very important.
Hey, so right there, that's the testament to show, right? Sometimes it ain't even about you. It's about the impact that you're gonna have on other people. Y'all, this young lady right here just got into the classroom and it's already gotten people to master's degree level, to PhD level. That's just because, your professor, when he told you to go get your master's degree, He didn't have the foresight to see 10 years later you be helping other people go and get their terminal degrees. That's an amazing story of full circle moment is. We got Dr. Lisa Starr on. She actually graduated with her PhD in 2022. She has an amazing story of triumph and trials and tribulations, and now she's doing amazingly successful. So, Dr. Starr, thank you for joining in with us on Solving Sundays. All right, y'all. So, after we believe in ourselves, after we solve our cross, fill in our corners, and take it to the next level, y'all. Step number 5 of solving your Rubik's Cube, the 5th and the final step of solving your life, is to see the bigger picture. Now, seeing the bigger picture means to keep your commitment to your commitments despite the trials, despite the tribulations, despite the obstacles. Dr. Juice, Dr. J, how do you keep your commitment to your commitments during the trials and tribulations and adverse moments in life?
Oh, okay. Well, I learned this during my isolation period, and my mother, again, I got to give thanks to her. I feel like she gave birth to me twice,
Mm.
and on the second time, she offered me a home in Central Florida. She bought it during COVID. She was bored, I guess, and invited me to stay there so I could finish up my dissertation work. I was there for over a year, like really honing in on like my vision for my future. And at that point, I didn't want to be around anybody because I didn't want any influence
Mm.
on changing my mind of like what I saw myself doing. And so I give thanks to her for that. Again, uh, another something I learned during that time was to write down the things, make it plain, right?
Mm.
It's a saying that just do what you say you're gonna do. However, sometimes just saying it is not enough, right? You have to put that ink to paper
Mm-hmm.
or on type it on in your computer, put it in a document and put a time on it. And that is something that allowed me to stick to my commitments. Also, I got myself an assistant, and my assistant is my phone, right?
Come on.
And I set alarms to remind me to, meet the goals I have for myself. And this is how I'm able to do it when I talk to others when they're facing similar challenges I had in the past. I tell them, write it down, put a deadline on it, and manage your time during the day. Something you and I both know about is eat the frog, and that concept is addressing or tackling the most important thing at the top of the day.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times what happens is we have these beautiful dreams and visions that we're unable to maximize on because we have 9 to 5s. By the time you get home, you're tired and you got to start preparing for the next day. So some people, they may do the 5 to 9, then excuse me, they do the 9 to 5, then the 5 to 9, which is 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. to work on their dream. That's a good idea. However, I would say move it from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. before you start
Mm.
giving yourself to somebody else's dream, which we do, and we get lost in. Before you know it, another 5 years, and you still in somebody else's cycle, and you have not gotten to your own loop or your algorithm. So I say, write it down. Everybody has a calendar. We do not have an excuse, right?
Come on.
Write it down, set those alarms, and do it. Spend time with yourself at the top of the day before you give any of yourself to anyone else. And that is a way to stay committed to your commitments.
Hey, that's a word right there. A lot of times we give our most precious time, our high value time away to other people and other people's dreams and other people's place of work. And we could reverse that and give it to ourselves. I was just listening to a quote. I'm paraphrasing it, and I pray that it pops in my brain like it's supposed to. But it said, I'm paraphrasing something about early morning rise makes you rich, wealthy, and wise.
Mm.
Early morning rise makes you rich, wealthy, and wise. And this concept of eating a frog by Brian Tracy. He tells us, look, as soon as we wake up in the morning, get started on your most important task. Your brain waves will peak. You have peak energy, peak maximum performance. Give yourself your best time. Don't give your best time away to nobody else. That is a word right there, Dr. J. Thank you for giving
Yeah.
us.
And you know, to add to that, Dr. Standifer, uh, you know, part of starting the day on purpose is to write it down the night before.
Mm.
And sometimes you just gotta, before I go to bed, I have a notebook, and I have several of things that I say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do, you know, these 5 things. So I'm, if I can meet 4 of those things, like that 80-20 rule, I feel like I won the day, right? But
Yeah.
you to plan tomorrow, you must plan today or tonight. And the same goes if you're gonna plan for next week, you plan this week. You don't wait until you're in it while things are happening and you can't come up out of it, right? So you have to, like, again, make you a priority in your dreams, the main thing. That's the main thing that matters. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck in a loop. So write it down the night before and do it first thing in the morning.
Hey y'all, look, this right here, I call this black woman magic. Y'all listen, honor to call this young lady a friend because look at the shoes she's dropping. Look at the gym. Look at the juice she's giving us. Y'all, these are things that it took me dozens of books to read to give me the information and the wisdom that she's giving me right now, y'all. One of the things that I've learned about being successful is that a building is first made in your mind. A car is first built in your mind. You know, before we even begin to build it, we got to first build it in our brain. And then if we can see it as clear as day, we plan for it and then we implement. We plan for it and then we implement. Now, a lot of times people just wake up with no plan, no direction, and then they become wandering generalities instead of meaningful specifics. But if you know clearly and exactly what it is that you want to do the night before, you know what you're waking up for the next day, man. That's a word right there, Dr. Jacob, man. So listen, y'all. We have officially got to the point where we have solved our Rubik's Cube, y'all. So, Dr. J, thank you for solving the Rubik's Cube with us. Now, that's a bonus step. A bonus step to solving a Rubik's Cube. A lot of times people try to solve Rubik's Cube by taking the stickers off. My question to you, when it comes to the Rubik's Cube, taking the stickers off only ruins the Rubik's Cube. When it comes to life, taking the stickers off is trying to find shortcuts, but shortcuts don't generally get us to the destination that we need to get to. Dr. J, how do you avoid the shortcuts and implement, those five systematic steps to reaching your goals?
Again, yeah, you cannot cheat your way to success. I have met many people who I know cheated, based on how they move, and you could tell that they cheated because they are confused and they're asking the rest of us to help them out. And so, do it right the first time, right? Spend time reading, spend time studying the people you want to be like,
Mm.
uh, cutting corners, removing the stickers, if you will only hurt the people that you'll come in contact with, and who you are to inspire in any way. So if you cheat, then you won't have anything to give them of substance. So take your time, do it right, don't rush, don't be hasty, and fumble the whole game. See, I didn't know about the Super Bowl, but I'm trying to use the language. I don't even know
Yo,
who's playing.
yo, when we got on the call, she asked me. She said, "Y'all, who is playing in the Super Bowl?" I said, "Look, that's somebody who committed to that commitments right
I'm minding my
there."
business.
She don't even know. That's what's up. That's what's up. Dr. J, let me tell you something. You are a rock star. Thank you for being dope and stepping into your greatness. I have a daughter, and I'm constantly looking for woman mentors to put into her life and give her emulations of who to strive for. And you are definitely a woman mentor for my baby girl. My question to you, what do you got going on? Like, what events did you have going on that we can get some more of your dopeness, good man?
Oh, thank you. I believe your daughter is gonna be so great. Even when she was first born, I was like, this little one got it. And I think that's partly due to your intention of fathering her, and your son. So, hats off to you on that. Uh,
Mm.
Sidebar, your name was in a conversation about 2 years ago in Central Florida, and when your name came up, they didn't talk about all that you were doing. They were talking about the character of Derek Standifer at the time, right? And for me, how a person speaks about you outside of what you do, that's what matters.
Mm.
Um, so to the question, um, what am I doing? I did earn my master's degree in community psychology, so I do implement that in the work that I'm doing. My next project next month, Saturday, March 23rd, from 11 to 2 p.m., myself and my business partner, nurse practitioner Adrian Mills, we are hosting a workshop called Healing Mother Wounds, and
Mm.
the theme is to look at the unseen wounds that we all have from our early childhood, and we carry on, and how it continues to impact our lives throughout our lifespan. So that'll be the announcements. Flyers will go out this week, so be on the lookout for that. Another project I'm working on is a documentary. For the past 3 years now, I've been putting it together. And thankfully, I got an engineer that understands my interesting mind.
Come on, come on.
And that's finishing up by the end of this month. And that will follow up Healing Mother Wounds. It's called Right Together. It's an analysis of uh, male female relationship, looking at strategies to attain and sustain healthy relationships for lovers of color. So that's coming out this year. So this is my rollout year. I've been working hard. And also Jeva Juice, you all have, heard about that. That's my life coaching juice therapy project. I've been also helping people heal their bodies through juicing, help them feel juicy, just by strategies that I have used to implement in my own life that I know to work for me and has worked for the people that I've been fortunate to coach them through what they've been going through. So these are the three things that I'm doing. And of course, I'm teaching. That's another thing. Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on. Y'all, listen, y'all make sure y'all follow up with Dr. J, what she got going on. I promise you, y'all. Some people are people of value. Some people are just people to talk. She's a person of value. If you have the opportunity to interact with her, you will be blessed with a lot of value, a lot of black woman magic, because she got the juice. Dr. J, it's been an honor, privilege, and pleasure to interview you today on Solid Sundays. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to share your story with mankind and womankind. For those of y'all who are watching, y'all be great like the lakes. Y'all be blessed like a sneeze. Peace and blessings, love and light. Enjoy the Super Bowl / Usher concert.
That part.
Dr. J, you stay on. Everybody else, again, I'll see y'all next Sunday, 7 p.m. We're back to our regularly scheduled program. And again, y'all have a wonderful week. Dr. J, you stay on for me. And stream.